Joker Folie à Deux has been officially announced by Warner Bros. To come to 4K and Blu-ray this December. Arrow Video has unveiled their new January slate, including Inglourious Basterds and The Cell on 4K. Is it possible that we could be getting the Kill Bill movies on 4K by the end of 2024? Dark Sky Films just upped the price of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary set to $400. What the Disney just announced 4 new Disney Plus shows to get the 4K Steelbook treatment. The 80s rock horror film Trick or Treat got announced for 4K this past Friday, but are there any left to pre-order? 20th Century Studios has confirmed that David Fincher is working on a 4K of Fight Club. And when you absolutely positively gotta collect every single Quentin Tarantino movie on 4K except No Substitutes, as Jackie Brown is officially coming to 4K this January from Lionsgate. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 235, the show where we talk about all the latest and greatest in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And man, this week is huge, guys. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I feel like for the past couple of weeks, it's been a little slow. I've kind of been reaching to get stories and things to talk about, but this week, like, I can't even cover it all. Like, the stuff was just flying at me, like, news-wise in the world of physical media. Like, it's been crazy. I even made 2 videos on Friday to discuss some stuff, which I'll also talk about in today's video as well, because I like this video to kind of be an overview of the week. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, a lot more stuff to talk about in today's Physical Media Report that I'm super excited to get into. But before we get into it, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel every single day. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. Also, comment down below, guys, of everything that we cover here today. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff to get into. Let me know what you're the most excited about. Let me know what you're the most amped up for. And let me know what gets those juices flowing the most in that comment section below. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into the rumors. Because look, I'm going to try really hard because the last few Physical Media Reports have ran a little bit long and I've got a lot of stuff to get into. I'm going to try to not go off on too many tangents here today. Going to try to deliver this as seamlessly as possible. But also, like, when I think about sometimes it's a little bit long, I go a little long, I'm a little long-winded. I think some of you all kind of like that. You like the more like unfiltered commentary on physical media that I provide here on this channel. Ever since I kind of switched this up and made it a little bit more unedited, unfiltered. I don't edit really anything except for the intro in this anymore. And I used to like meticulously edit the Physical Media Reports. I think you all like that, though, kind of the unfiltered nature of it. But I think I can work on maybe shortening the length just a little bit for some of you guys out there that maybe don't like that I go on so long with some of this stuff. And I already realized I'm going on too long just talking about this. Let's dive into it. So Lionsgate, guys. Lionsgate, look, I talked about Lionsgate. I was like, when are y'all going to give us some good stuff? Like, when's the good stuff coming? It's coming, guys. It's coming fast and it's coming in a hurry. We got Jackie Brown. That Lionsgate, actually, like, I still put this in the rumor category, but Lionsgate pretty much officially announced that Jackie Brown will be coming to 4K, Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, in mid to late January. But on Blu-ray.com, we have the listing for January the 21st of 2025. So there is a listing on there for Jackie Brown. Now, I'm assuming because this is Lionsgate, we're going to get the Steelbook treatment like we did for Reservoir Dogs, and we're going to get a slipcover edition of Jackie Brown, which is definitely an awesome announcement. I know some people, like, they have a chip on their shoulders when it comes to Jackie Brown, because a lot of people don't acknowledge Jackie Brown as being one of Quentin Tarantino's best. I think it's a great movie. I love Jackie Brown, but if I'm being completely honest, like, if I'm doing a Quentin Tarantino ranking, it's probably not going to get in my top 5, even though I do love the movie, but all of his movies are just so strong. It's hard. But Jackie Brown is great. And I've always said this, Jackie Brown, of all the Tarantino movies, like even Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, like, I think Jackie Brown is maybe one of his best looking films visually. I think the movie's going to look fantastic on 4K. So I cannot wait to see Jackie Brown in 4K for sure. Pam Grier in 4K. Sign me up, guys. Another interesting thing right here, guys, it looks like they got the specs and it looks like they're going to be using a 100 gigabyte disc for the 4K. So that's always nice to see. And it says it's a native 4K and it's going to have HDR10. Doesn't look like it's going to have Dolby Vision as of right now. But again, we don't have the official announcement. This is just stuff that's kind of put on Blu-ray.com. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but it's on there. But yeah, Lionsgate actually put this one out there, but since it's not officially announced yet, I still kind of lump it in the rumor category. Another rumor that we got last week, and I also looked this up on Blu-ray.com, there is a listing, but again, that doesn't mean it's 100% coming out. But we have heard for a long time that we're going to be getting the Kill Bill movies on 4K, and these images showed up on Blu-ray.com. So and there was another website as well that put these up. I think it was HD Movie Source that was also promoting that the Kill Bill 1 and 2 4Ks are coming from Lionsgate, and it just said that they're coming soon. So what does that mean? I don't know. Are these going to come in January as well? If that's the case, guys, like January is going to be a huge month for physical media to get Jackie Brown and the Kill Bill movies. What I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, but if they want to try to get in for the 20th anniversary of at least Volume 2, because Volume 2 came out in 2004, if they want to try to squeeze these in for the 20th anniversary, I think that the Kill Bill movies might be coming out in December. That's just my speculation. Could be completely wrong. It could come out in January, Jackie Brown. It could also come out maybe February or March later on. But I think they might try to squeeze these out for December, a December release. Now, maybe you would think we've already got the announcement if that was the case, because that's like a month and a half away to get to the December. But I don't know. I just have this feeling that the Kill Bill movies, even though Lionsgate hasn't officially announced it like they have Jackie Brown, I feel like we're going to get that announcement really soon. I could be wrong. Maybe it's today. Because I filmed this a day in advance, guys. Maybe they put out Jackie Brown official announcement, Kill Bill official announcements, and I'll cover it next week on the Physical Media Report. Or maybe I'll do a special video tomorrow or something on it. But I don't know, just something. I get this funny feeling that they're going to try to get these out for December, whether that's December 17th, maybe it's the week of Christmas, week after Christmas. I just feel like they're going to try to get the Kill Bills out on 4K from Lionsgate before the end of the year. But again, could be wrong. And I'm sure we're going to get steelbooks. Now, I have heard through the grapevine that there's not going to be an edition, because I know people will have this question and they want this from the Kill Bill franchise on 4K. I don't think there's going to be an edition where they put both of those movies together. I don't think there's going to be a Bloody Affair edition, which I'm all for. I want the movies separate steelbooks. I've always said this. I know Tarantino considers them one movie. I get that. I respect that because it's Tarantino. He's the one that made the movies. But me, I've always looked at them as two movies because I paid to see both of them in theaters on separate times. So Kill Bill Volume 2 is always the sequel / prequel, and Kill Bill was a movie. And I think Kill Bill kind of stands alone as far as a film. Like, it has an opening, beginning, and a great finale to it. And Kill Bill 2 is kind of almost feels like an epilogue, if I'm being honest, for the movies. But I get it. If they're together, it makes it a more complete experience. I get the argument for it, but I've just always seen them as two different movies. So I want two different slipcover editions. I want two different steelbooks. And that looks like, from what I've heard, that looks like what we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get a Whole Bloody Affair steelbook or a special edition of that. I could be wrong, but maybe that's something that they'll do later on down the line if enough fans want it. But guys, I'm excited. I mean, the Kill Bill movies on 4K, Jackie Brown on 4K. Like, we need more Tarantino on 4K. I need Hateful Eight. I need Django on 4K. We got more Tarantino we're going to talk about later on in today's video, but definitely exciting stuff, guys. Let me know if you're excited for the Kill Bill movies coming to 4K in the comment section below. And let me know when you think we're going to get them. Also in the comment section below. All right, let's get into Fight Club, guys. Fight Club also, like, this is a huge week. Fight Club, the 4K, apparently 20th Century and New Regency announced that Fincher is currently working on a 4K physical and a theatrical release of the film. Now, the theatrical release, I think, is supposed to make it to the theaters before the end of 2024 for the 25th anniversary, but they're speculating that the physical is going to be sometime in early 2025, February, March, somewhere around there. And this is via Variety. I think Deadline was reporting this, Hollywood Reporter, like all the major movie news outlets were reporting this, discussing film as well. I think on Twitter was talking about this as well. So all the major news people are saying that David Fincher is working on a 4K, a Fight Club. I'm sure that's the case, but again, I lump it in the rumor category because it's not an official announcement, which is interesting on a few different levels, because David Fincher seems to finally be embracing 4K and remastering his films on 4K. He's, Seven's supposed to be coming out next year as well, but also because this is 20th Century Fox, which is Disney. So this is yet again another title that's under the Disney umbrella. That's a catalog title from another, studio, Fox Studios, that's coming to 4K. So it's a good sign, but also it's a director push 4K, which I've been calling out. I hope that we see some initiation from the studios themselves to put movies out on 4K and not just do director push 4Ks like the Shyamalan films and also the Cameron films. I hope we can get some other stuff that Disney or Sony maybe initiates, and Sony's now partnered with Disney. But it's a good sign that they're willing to do the work and put this stuff out. I think it's important to get, movies like Fight Club out on 4K because it's one that people have been wanting for the longest time, as is Seven. So Fight Club, guys, let me know if you're excited for the 4K of Fight Club, probably coming sometime in early 2025. Now let's get into the official announcements, guys. I know nobody's going to be excited for this. I already posted this on my Instagram and people are like, that movie sucks. We still need it on physical media, guys. It's a new movie, and it's like, even if you don't like the movie, there's still people that like the movie. Okay. So it still deserves a physical media, but people they get all in their own heads sometimes. And they're just like, my opinion only matters. And this movie doesn't need to be put out in 4K. It's garbage. Who needs that? Who cares? And of course, I'm talking about Joker, Folie à Deux, with Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. I haven't seen the film. I was excited for it initially, but I just didn't feel like going to the theaters to see it after it came out. It had really nothing to do with the reviews or anything. I just didn't feel like going to see it. We've also got a Blu-ray with a different cover, which is cool. And then we've got a 4K Steelbook, which I already announced a couple of weeks ago, I think. But this is supposed to come out on December the 17th. I think the movie's supposed to hit HBO Max pretty soon, or Max, I think is what it's called now. I think it's supposed to hit that pretty soon. So if you want to watch it on streaming, if you got Max, maybe go ahead and watch it on streaming and then decide if you want to get the physical version. But yeah, we're getting the 4K from Warner Brothers. We're getting the Blu-ray from Warner Brothers, and we're getting the 4K Steelbook. I'm sure there's a DVD edition. There will probably be a 2-pack, I would assume, of the first one, the second one, maybe a Blu-ray edition of that at some point. But let me know if you're excited for Joker. I don't have an opinion on it. It's got terrible reviews, but I can't trust like critics and opinions anymore. Like, I got to watch something for myself, especially if I'm, mildly interested in it. So I will be. I mean, I bought freaking Borderlands on 4K, for Christ's sake. So yeah, Joker Folie à Deux. I'll definitely check that out when it comes out on physical media. We've got Constantine coming to 4K, guys. So I remember talking about Constantine coming to 4K. Geez, like maybe back in 2021. I actually think I had that on like one of my thumbnails for the Physical Media Report back in the day. It was probably Physical Media Report episode 61 or something. We were talking about Constantine coming to 4K. And it's finally happening, apparently. Now, this is the UK pre-order. This is the artwork that they're showing on Amazon UK for Constantine. So it's only available to pre-order from Warner Brothers UK on Amazon UK right now for this limited edition box set edition. And that still says artwork to be announced. So I don't think that's the official artwork yet. It's also saying the pre-order is up for a December 25th, 2025 release date, which, to be honest, they use that release date a lot. Like, if they plan to have something come out in a particular year and they don't know exactly what the release date's going to be, they'll just do like December 25th of whatever that year. It doesn't mean it's actually going to come out on that date. I would assume this will probably come out maybe March or April or February, sometime in the first quarter of 2025, since we're already getting the announcement for it. But yeah, Constantine, I really don't have like a huge opinion on the movie. I saw it in the theaters back in 2005, and I remember being so bored by it. But I mean, I was 20 years old. Like, maybe it was just a movie I wasn't ready for. So I'm willing to go back and rewatch this one. I remember the visuals being pretty cool. So maybe this will look really awesome in 4K, but it's just a movie I haven't seen in 20 years. And this is the 20th anniversary, I think, because again, 2005 is when it came out. That's when I remember seeing it. But yeah, I'll definitely recheck that out. I can't say I'm excited to jump back into it just from memory. I just don't remember liking it that much. But things change. You develop different tastes as you grow older. So I'll check that out again for sure. But let me know if you're excited for Constantine coming to 4K. Again, no official US release has been announced, but that is the UK edition that is being shown off on Amazon UK. So I'm sure we'll get an announcement in the US sooner rather than later. We've also got Venom, The Last Dance. Venom, Venom. Venom, The Last Dance, which is Venom 3, is coming out from Sony. This is a movie that came out this past weekend, but it's already got a Steelbook pre-order up on Amazon for, get this, guys, the low price of $65.99. Of course, I'm joking. The low price 65. Is that the new standard, guys, that Sony and Disney is gonna set here? $65 steelbooks with tax. It's gonna be almost $70 to get some of these steelbooks, which, Deadpool and Wolverine, I talked about this on my live stream the other night. That came out, the steelbook, and everybody thought the price was gonna lower. It did not. It did not lower. A lot of people paid 60 to $65 to get that steelbook. I don't see that being the same for Venom: The Last Dance. I don't know if that'll get the pre-orders that Deadpool and Wolverine did. I can see that one dropping, but I also don't know how popular the movie was. I didn't really look at the box office tracking for this weekend for Venom: The Last Dance, so maybe it's in high demand and maybe it keeps that price. But like 65.99, like that cannot be the standard, guys, going forward. We cannot let that happen. I for one won't be getting this. I wouldn't have got it anyway. If it was $35, I probably wouldn't have got it. Because I've got Let There Be Carnage, I've got the first Venom. So if I ever do get Venom 3, it'll be like $10 on Black Friday and I'll get the slipcover version of it. But Venom: The Last Dance, it's a cool steelbook though. Like it really is an awesome steelbook. Like Sony knows how to polish up a turd, that's for sure, with Venom: The Last Dance. And again, to be fair, I haven't seen the movie. It could be great, but I just, based on the last one, which I did not enjoy at all. First one I thought was pretty fun. So I was hoping this one would kind of bring it back to that more fun tone of the first one. But yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good or not, but there's a pre-order up on Amazon for $65.99. There's also pre-orders. We don't have the covers yet, but there's also pre-orders for the Blu-ray for $40.99, guys, and the 4K, the regular 4K, for $49.99. But like I said, I'm sure those prices will come down because I remember when Madam Web was announced to come out. I think the steelbook was also like $60, and then it eventually went down to $35. And then when it didn't sell, when it came out, it went down to like $25 or something like that. So I'm sure this steelbook, and Sony's usually pretty good about reprinting their steelbooks and not really selling out. So I'm sure that, after it comes out, it'll probably go down, still be available. So I wouldn't worry about it too much if you're a huge Venom fan and want that steelbook. Just wait. Just don't drop $66 on a steelbook, please. It's not worth it. And speaking of not being worth it, let's talk about this. I've seen everybody promoting this chainsaw set. A lot of reviewers and stuff are getting this set in to talk about, and some people have bought this set as well. And we thought $300 was bad. This is what Amazon currently has the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th Anniversary Chainsaw Edition for right now for pre-order. Now, this is coming out on October the 29th. I guess this is the Amazon release date because it came out initially from Dark Sky Films and it was only available on their website. I guess now they're kind of pushing it out to Amazon to try to maybe sell more copies. Again, I thought it was a limited set, but I guess they're not selling it from their website like they want to. So they're going to push it over to Amazon and see if they can sell it for them. That's at least what I think is happening here. But on Amazon, it's available for $399.98. I don't see it selling any quicker at that price, Dark Sky Film. So maybe interfere a little bit and be like, hey, Amazon, can we bring that down to not 300? Bring that down to at least 200, okay? Like, and even then, like it's a shot in the dark that you're even going to sell any of those copies at $200 a piece. Like, honestly, that set needs to be 150, to be completely honest. It should be 150 at the most. But 200, like you got to drop that thing in half. $200 for that, no more than $200 for that. It's a freaking plastic chainsaw and a freaking box. I'm sure the box is nice, but it's like, why do you need that big ass box? You got a freaking VHS tape here. You got I think that's a slip cover. I thought initially it was advertised as a steel book, but it's a slip cover. And then you got 3 discs. There are a couple of new special features on there, but it's like, is that worth $400 to get a couple of new special features and a chainsaw and a VHS tape? You be the judge. I don't know. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. So anyway, $400 on Amazon. I just thought that was funny and wanted to bring that up in the physical media report today. We've also got Transformers 1 got a official 4K and Blu-ray announcement. This is coming out on December the 17th. And we've got the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the 4K Steelbook, which I've shown these off before because they already were up on Amazon. But we got the official release date, December the 17th. We've also got, let's talk about Disney. And we're going to talk about Disney in a positive way. We've been talking pretty positively about Disney. They announced more of the Disney Plus shows. And look, I can't hate on Disney for this, even though I'm not like really interested in these shows. I mean, we can hate on certain things with this announcement, but At least, it's a streaming service, Disney Plus. At least Disney Plus is putting their shows out on physical media. There's a lot of streaming services that are not doing this. Netflix, Stranger Things is one of their biggest shows. They're not doing physical copies of that anymore. They're not, I can't remember the last time that Netflix just outright, like, one of their originals that wasn't like licensed out from a studio. I can't remember the last time they did a physical release of one of their shows. So I got to give Disney Plus a little credit here because they don't have to do this, and they are. And it was something we were calling for them to do for the longest time. So this is, I think, when these 4 come out, this will be 12 seasons of the Disney Plus shows, Star Wars and Marvel, that they're putting out on physical media. And my big complaint here, though, guys, is I always talk about options, and I think we should have options. And we have even less options here than we've ever had before for these steelbooks. And I'm going to talk about why here in a second. But these steelbooks, for one, are the only option. You cannot get standalone slipcovers, digipacks, anything like that. You can only get these steelbooks. And also, another interesting tidbit here is there are no Blu-ray editions for these steelbooks. And I'm just going to go ahead and run through these real quick, guys. We got Ahsoka right there. Really cool steelbook. Mandalorian, the 3rd season. That's a cool steelbook as well. You got Loki, and these all have, looks like they have bonus extras and concept art cards. So all these have a good amount of special features as well, which, again, I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. You got Loki season 2, and then you got Hawkeye, the complete 1st season. So they're very, very nice steelbooks. The artwork is excellent on these steelbooks, and you got a good amount of special features. But like I said, they're only offering 4K editions of these, and I don't even know. I mean, I'm assuming right there because it's got 2 discs, but that might just be 2 4K discs. I don't think there's a Blu-ray included in these. And this is coming from the Digital Bits. I actually read up on this on the Digital Bits, and they were saying how they don't have Blu-ray versions that's going to be available because they couldn't sell the Blu-ray steelbooks that came out initially with the other ones. Like, all the 4Ks are selling out, but they couldn't sell out the Blu-ray editions. But if they don't do Blu-rays with some of these, like, I can see there being a lot of disappointment because there's still people that just buy Blu-rays. There's still people that buy DVDs, which I don't even think there was the option to get those back in the day. But definitely a little disappointed. Like, they should at least do a few, or at least include the Blu-rays in there. So if you buy the 4K, steelbook, you have a Blu-ray option in there to get. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty much all in on 4K. Like, it's 4K or bust. Like, you have to have a 4K player if you want to get these steelbooks of these Disney Plus TV shows. But I mean, like I said, it's cool they're putting them out, but they're not giving you a lot of options to get these things. Like, you have to be into 4K to get these shows from Disney. So that's definitely a little bit disappointing. But some of the other things that these have, that's pretty cool. These are the first Disney show releases to have Dolby Vision and Atmos. So the previous ones only had HDR10. There was no Dolby Vision. There was no Dolby Atmos. And these are supposed to be coming out. I didn't even talk about the release date, guys, but these are supposed to be coming out December the 3rd. And the pre-orders are expected to be up on October the 31st. So I remember the last time, because I get people messaging me all the time, commenting all the time. They're like, when the pre-order is going to go up? They promised the pre-order date last time, and it was like 2 or 3 days later. So they didn't hold to the release date that they announced for the pre-orders last time. Will they this time? Maybe. Maybe not, but if it isn't up on October the 31st, I'll try to keep you guys updated and put those in my community tab when they do go live to pre-order. It'll probably be like November 2nd, November 3rd, something like that. So, they'll be up at some point, probably late October, early November. So definitely don't worry about that. But let me know what you think about the Disney show Steelbooks and the lack of options. But, there's a lot of positive to get from this, and there's a few negatives. I think there's more positive to get from this than there is negative, but only if you're a 4K fan. Like, if you still collect Blu-rays, like, you're not going to be able to get these TV shows, which I think is a little bit disappointing. Let's get into the Terrifier set. I did a whole video about this last Friday. So Umbrella announced this massive Terrifier bundle set that has the 3 Terrifier movies, 1, 2, and 3, and it also has All Hallows Eve, I think, bundled with the first one. There's also another option because this is like $130 to get this big set with the VHS tape and the book and the box set and all that stuff. Lobby cards, posters. There's a smaller edition that you can get for $90. I think there's even a smaller edition than that you can get for $5 less. Well, I think it's $95 and then $90 to get a very small edition, just the box set without any of the posters or any of that stuff. And then you can get them all individually as well. So go check out my video from last week, guys. I covered all the editions and everything that went into this release, but this is coming out on December the 17th. We also got an announcement for the Trick or Treat movie from Synops Films. Now, this thing, guys, it went up on the Synops website at Friday at noon, and it freaking broke the website because everybody's trying to get on here and order this damn thing. I think as of right now, as I'm filming, I don't know if they'll be available on Monday when this actually goes up, but that's why I made a video last Friday talking about this and letting you guys know about it. So that's why you need to keep up with the videos that I put out. But the Trick or Treat 4K from Synops Films could be sold out already. But as of right now, I think there are still versions available on the Synops website. You got 3 different covers here, 3 different variations. You got cover A, cover B, and cover C. There's 6,666 copies, and this thing is going for $66.66. So a very expensive release from Synops Films, but a lot of work went into this. It's got a good amount of special features, and it's a really nice looking set for sure with some great artwork. I got cover A, but Diabolic and Orbit, like they sold out almost immediately. Like I was very lucky to get like the last copy of cover A from Diabolic. They got bundles on the Synops website. You could get all 3. That sold out. I know that sold out, but I think there are still versions available, cover A, cover B, cover C, if you want to get on the Synops website and grab that. But yeah, Trick or Treat, I think it came out in 1986, maybe a little bit later than that, but it's an 80s horror slasher film that I actually haven't seen, but I ordered it and I'm excited to check it out just because so many people have been hyping that movie up for such a long time. Next up, guys, let's get into the Arrow Video January announcements. So in the same video that I talked about Trick or Treat, I talked about the Arrow Video January announcements, and there's some cool stuff coming out in January, guys. They hit the ground running. January could very well be the month of Tarantino on 4K because we've got Inglourious Bastards coming to 4K from Arrow Video January the 14th. There are 6 new features on this release, and I have heard, I could not confirm this when I did the video on Friday, and to be honest, I still cannot confirm this right now because it's coming from outside sources. But I have heard, because a lot of people were not happy with the Universal 4K that they did a few years ago, I have heard this is a new scan that was approved, or a new restoration that was approved by Quentin Tarantino himself, whereas the Universal one was not. I have heard that. I cannot confirm that, but I have heard that is the case. So I don't know why Arrow Video would not promote that on their website when they announced it. I don't understand that at all. But apparently, I have heard this is a new restoration by Arrow Video. So if I know anything about Arrow Video, they're going to do this one right, okay? Especially with Quentin Tarantino in there as well. So hopefully that turns out to be the case, and that is the definitive version of Inglourious Bastards to own on 4K. But yeah, the month of Tarantino on 4K, if we get that, the Kill Bill movies, Jackie Brown, like, geez Louise, and then Hateful Eight and Django coming in February. Let's do that. Let's knock them all out. I want to see all the Tarantino. I want to spend the first couple months of the year binging some Tarantino on 4K. That would be awesome. All right, let's get into the next one, guys. We got Incubus. I was surprised to see this one was coming to 4K, but that's pretty cool. This is a William Shatner movie where I guess he plays an incubus and he haunts women's dreams. I don't know exactly what this movie is, but I'm excited to watch it for the first time. This comes out January the 14th, and there's also a Blu-ray version that's going to be available as well. We've also got Jennifer Lopez in The Cell coming to 4K on January 21st. There's also a Blu-ray edition of that. Also excited for this one. I don't remember if I watched this or not. I'll be completely honest, but I'm excited to revisit it because it'll feel like the first time probably. And we got Rampo Noir, a collection of Japanese films. It's a Japanese J-horror anthology movie. So that sounds pretty cool. That comes out on January the 7th. We've got over in the UK. Now, these are UK only releases. We got The Usual Suspects coming to 4K January the 6th. UK only. There's also a Blu-ray as well. I talked about that on Friday. Unless you just feel more comfortable with Arrow Video if you're in the States, doing it right, the transfer right, which I didn't hear anybody complain about the Kino transfer, but this has like nothing new in terms of special features. It's basically the same edition as the Kino. So it's like, unless you're just unhappy with the Kino transfer and you want to see if Arrow Video does a better job, there's really no reason to get this if you're in the States. But it's good for the UK crowd for sure. We've also got The Gift coming to 4K. This is a Sam Raimi film. January the 27th, UK only, and there's also a Blu-ray edition. So The Gift is also coming to 4K from Scream Factory and Shout Factory in December. So you got two versions of The Gift coming. And again, if you're in the States, maybe just get the regular Scream Factory edition, and then the UK has, you know, the Arrow Video version of the movie on 4K. I do like the cover of this a lot. So that would be maybe a reason to get this for me. But honestly, like, if I want The Gift on 4K, I'll probably get it from Scream Factory at some point. But honestly, I haven't really compared costs. Like, the UK version, Arrow Video, might be a little bit cheaper than the Scream Factory version, but I don't know how cheaper it'll be if you import it from the States. But in the UK, it'll be cheaper for you guys. So, all right, guys, that is the announcements. We got through it. A lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, but we got through it, I feel like, in a decent amount of time. Now, let's get into... what do I want to get into next, guys? Let's get into, well, we got the Arrow videos. I want to talk about the deals. We still got the Arrow Video Shocktober sale going on until November the 1st. So that is Friday when that ends. So if you haven't gotten the Arrow Video website, checked out the deals yet, definitely do that this week if you're interested. And let's go ahead and dig into Groove a little bit. We got some good deals going on Groove right now. It's a Julia Roberts deals weekend. So you got a bunch of Julia Roberts films on Blu-ray and DVD for cheap. I still need to get Aaron Brockovich in the collection, but it's like, at this point, I'm holding out for a 4K of that. But that's such a great movie. And we got 4K horror, hair-raising Halloween deals. A lot of good stuff there. You can get The Exorcist Believer for $14.99, Pan's Labyrinth, The Wailing for $10.99. The Wailing just came out last year. Blade on 4K for $14.99. The Shining on 4K for $14.99. Five Nights at Freddy's on 4K for $11.99. The It 2-film collection for $24.99. Chernobyl, the first season, for $14.99 on 4K. Some great deals, guys. The Universal Monsters, I think that's is that the second box set? Yeah, that's the volume 2, is on there for $36.99. So that's 4Ks for $36.99. Stanley Kubrick 3-film 4K collection. That's an incredible deal. $29.99 for that, for 3 Stanley Kubrick films. You got $11.99 for the Lost Boys 4K, which is a great deal. Evil Dead Rise is $14.99. Which, speaking of the Lost Boys, I just watched that 4K recently, and I don't think I had the OLED yet when I watched that last time, when I first got it. That movie on 4K looks amazing. So amazing. Like, that's one of the best 4Ks I think Warner Bros. Has ever done. So I did want to call that out. So $11.99 is a great price for that. Candyman 2021 is $11.99. Megan on 4K is $12.99. So some good stuff, guys. I'm not going to browse through everything on here. We'll back up, and there's also a Steelbook sale going on as well. So you got the Birds on 4K Steelbook is $14.99. Gremlins Blu-ray Steelbook is $14.99. You know, the Batman 4K Steelbook is $19.99. So some good Steelbooks on here. Exorcist Believer Steelbook is $19.99. Phantasm Steelbook is $11.99. I think that's a Blu-ray Steelbook. Yeah, because Phantasm is not on 4K. The It Steelbook, I always talk about this and bring this up. The It Blu-ray Steelbook is $11.99. That is such a great Steelbook. The artwork on that is like maybe my favorite artwork of any of my Steelbooks. But yeah, great stuff going on Groove. Let's go ahead and dive into Amazon, and Blu-ray.com will showcase the prices for those. So I just wanted to cut through the BS here. I kind of filtered to 4Ks and what are the cheapest 4Ks right now on Amazon, just to show you all like the deals that are going on right now. Some of these are always on there, like the Angry Birds movie on 4K is $11.99, but it came from outer space. It has the 3D version. That really is a great 4K. $11.99. American Psycho on 4K for $11.99. Five Nights at Freddy's is $11.99 here as well. Gremlins on 4K, just in time for the holiday season, is $11.99 on here. Jaws 2, guys, is $12.99 on Amazon currently. Candyman from 2021 is $12.99. Gemini Man is $11.99. I've heard great things about that 4K. Hansel and Gretel's is $13.49. Frankenstein on 4K is $12.99. Lincoln Lawyer is $13.79. The Witch on 4K, even though I would recommend the second sight over that Lionsgate, is $13.79. Knowing with Nicolas Cage is $13.79. And we got Mother is $13.79. Hurricane Heights is $14.49. How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey is $14.99 on 4K. Saw X is $14.99 on 4K. I was trying to look and see if they still had Talk to Me. Yeah, Talk to Me. I missed this whole section at the top. Talk to Me is still $9.99 on 4K, which is a great deal from that. And guys, I will be linking all this stuff down below, all the best deals. I'll be linking down below in the description. If you want to take part in any of these deals, definitely check out those links down below. They're affiliate links and they do help support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. As I will put everything that we talk about in today's video, guys, if it has an Amazon link ready for pre-order, I will link that stuff down below. And everything that we talk about that's coming out this week, I will also link down below. I've got tons of links down below, guys, to make it easier on you guys, and also so you can help support the channel. So I would appreciate it if you use those links. And then Scream 2022, right? That's when that came out, is $14.99. The Northman is $15.59. Like, these are some great deals. Shutter Island, $16.49. Coming to America, $15.99. Super 8, $16.79. Smile on 4K is $16.62. So some really good deals on some 4Ks going right now, guys, that I would definitely recommend for some of these for sure. Now, let's go ahead. Let me take this down. Let's go ahead and talk about what is new this week. There's some good stuff coming out this week, guys, to close out October, which, to be honest, like, October has been one hell of a month. Like, it really has 5 weeks in this month. It's been one hell of a month. We've got Zodiac coming out this month, guys, or coming out this week on 4K from Paramount for $24.49. Now, I have seen, because it's not promoted on this release, that the director's cut is not 4K and the theatrical cut is 4K. So I do want to note that right here, right now. But I'm looking forward to that one. David Fincher movie on 4K. Looking forward to it. Addams Family Values is coming to 4K this week from Paramount for $24.49. Now, I've already got this. I've already watched it, and I've already shot a review. That review should be up tomorrow. So if you want to know my thoughts on Addams Family Values, definitely check out that review tomorrow. We've also got Trick or Treat coming to 4K officially, which I already got a review for, guys. I got that weeks ago, as I did a lot. I think a lot of people got it weeks ago, ordered from Arrow and Orbit. They kind of sent it out early. But Trick or Treat, the official release date is this week, coming out from Arrow Video, $31.86 for the 4K, which is not a bad deal for this 4K. A lot of good special features on this one. For sure. There's also a Arrow Video site exclusive of the original poster available just on the Arrow Video website. We got Drag Me to Hell coming out this week from Scream Factory on 4K for $32.99. We've also got Shocker coming to 4K this week, which this actually has new features, guys. In addition to all the other features that it had on the Blu-ray release from Scream Factory years ago. This is coming out for $33.99. We've also got How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, coming out on 4K from Universal for $26.62. We've got The Howling 2. Your Sister is a Werewolf is coming out on Amazon. Now, this came out on Vinegar Syndrome site about a month ago, but now it's coming to Amazon from Vinegar Syndrome for $26.98. And look, guys, you won't get the slipcover with that, it's a great slipcover, but that release is totally worth that price. Like, there are so many great features on that. And the movie, guys, regardless of what you think about it, I thought it was a super fun, like, just kind of corny, cheesy, like, werewolf movie. It's got Christopher Lee in it. He brings a level of prestige. I reviewed it on the channel. Go check out the review. But the 4K is like, oh my God, it looks so good. It's immaculate. It's one of the best 4Ks of the year. And the special features were top notch. So, like, 26.98 for that is a steal, I think. You also got the J-Horror Rising set with 7 J-Horror movies in it coming out from Arrow Video for $60.51. You got the Day Gothic 3-film set coming out this week from Radiance Films for $59.45. I've showed all this stuff off recently, done unboxings. Then you got Baby Blood coming to 4K from Kino Lorber for $27.99. And let's dive into what is also available. I didn't do this last week. Like, I'll usually like show the big stuff, the highlights, and then I'll go into Blu-ray.com to show you guys the rest. And I forgot to do it last week, so I don't want to do that this week. Caligula on 4K. Like, I don't know what's going on with this, but like, I click on this and it's still showing that it's not available to pre-order on Amazon. So I don't know if this is getting pushed back again, but this is coming out from Draft House Films. Now, there is a version from Umbrella that's supposed to be coming out this week. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Caligula, if I'm being honest. You got The Walking Dead from Warner Archive, which is a Boris Karloff movie. And that doesn't have a pre-order price on Amazon as well. See, Trick or Treat on 4K, they're saying that's coming out this week. So I think that's pretty much getting shipped as soon as you order it. You got the Classic Ghosts, which is a collection of, I think, 4 ghost stories. One of them has Susan Sarandon, it looks like. That is $19.99. Like, I might have to dip on that. because that's a good price. That is because I think it was like 30 something dollars. And this has got, I think, 5 movies in it. I think they're made for TV gothic horror movies. So that's definitely pretty cool from the 70s. So yeah, I might grab that for $19.99. That's a good price. And I know they're price matching a lot of stuff because Barnes and Noble, I think, is still having the Kino Lorber sale. We got Dr. X coming out from Warner Archive. And I'm trying to get in here, guys. That does not have a pre-order, or that's the return of Dr. X. Sorry, guys. We've got, let's see, That Guy Dick Miller's coming out. I think some of these are the Vinegar Syndrome releases. They don't have pre-orders on Amazon, but they're available on Vinegar Syndrome. We got Shanks, Mindbenders. The Beast with 5 Fingers is coming out from Warner Archive. We got Dagra Magra is coming out, which I did show off on my recent haul video. That's coming out from Radiance Films. You got I Used to Be Funny coming out. You got El Vampiro, 2 blood-sucking movies. What is that? 2 blood-sucking tales from Mexico. That's coming out from Powerhouse Films and Indicator. 3380. We've got Film Noir Set coming out. 4-Year Considerations coming out from Warner Archive. You got Deadly Circuit coming out. Who is that from? Deadly Circuit coming out from Kino Lorber for $17.49. You got a man called Shenandoah coming out from Warner Archive, and you got Diddy coming out. You got Enough Rope coming out from Kino Lorber. Texas Chainsaw Massacre set we already covered. That's coming out this week. Touch is coming out to Amazon from Cinematography. That's a standard edition of that. So you also got The Forest Hills coming out for $26.13, and I don't even know who that's coming out from. So it's a good week for physical media, guys. It was a cool show for sure. We covered a lot of ground on this week's edition of Physical Media Report. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Okay. Also, comment down below everything that we discussed. And we discussed a lot of stuff, guys. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Let me know what you're the most excited about in the comment section below. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.